to make a great creamy soup base. To start with, I'm going to take some raw cashews. This is about a cup. And then I'm going to cover them with water, probably up to about that line. As usual, I didn't soak them overnight, so I'm going to stick them in the microwave to soften them up, and then we will be turning them into a cashew cream. If you don't have cashews, you could certainly substitute a silken tofu. So I've got my cashews that were put in the microwave to soften them up a bit. Then I'm going to be pouring them into a little blender that I have. I'm just going to keep blending it. I'll bring it back every now and then for you to see it. It pretty quickly turns into a cream. However, you're going to have to scrape it down and stir it up a bit because what's at the bottom of this blender is not as blended as what's up here. Now I'm going to scrape it down. The top is very creamy. I've added a full tablespoon of lemon juice, and so far I've put in 4 tablespoons of water. Chances are I'll be adding 2 more tablespoons of water to get this to be a totally smooth paste. At this time, it's really creamy and smooth. Before we add that seasoning, you need to pick the flavor that you want. So I really like Better Than Bouillon. They have many vegan versions. Smoky chipotle, really good. It's going to depend on the soup that you want to be making. And here's just a very basic no chicken, hear what I'm saying, no chicken base. The selection that I'm going to be using is going to be the seasoned vegetable base, one of my all-time favorites. However, these Knorr bouillon cubes have a wonderful flavor as well. So you think about what you might be using your base for, even though you may make it ahead of time and store it in your refrigerator or freezer until you're ready to make soup. Think about which one is going to be a family preference for you. Cashew cream is finished, so now I'm adding 1 tablespoon of the Better Than Bouillon vegetable base flavor. I am also adding 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. If you don't like nutritional yeast, you can lower the amount that you put in there or just eliminate it altogether. And with adding the bouillon, I'm starting with 1 tablespoon. When I actually make my soup, if I need more flavor, I can add it then. Now, this is finished. Take it out, store it in a jar, or start making your soup. I'm going to show you how it looks diluted with coconut milk, water, and also soy milk, but that was made from a no chicken base. Depending on what you're making, you may want to use a plant-based milk. I have 3 types of liquid that I'm going to demonstrate. So in each of these glasses is 1/4 of the base. This milk, and these are all warm. In fact, it's pretty hot to hold. This is the coconut milk. So I'm putting a little bit in. I'm going to stir it up. Now I'll pour the rest of it in. I'm going to stir it up. We'll examine each one. This is the water. So I'm going to dilute the base a little bit, and I'll pour the remainder of the water in there. I'm going to stir it up. And our next milk is soy milk. Pour a little bit in, dilute your base. Putting the rest of the soy milk in. I'm going to stir it up. This is the base made with coconut milk. I want you to see the consistency of it as I pour it. You can see it has a nice thickness to it, and I will taste it for you. That is just a very nice mellow cream soup base, and I think for some oriental flavors this would be awesome. Now this one is the one with just water, and it's like just water. It's very thin. However, I use this water base the majority of the time, and I do other ways to thicken it, and then sometimes I just want it really thin. I'll taste it for you. I just like it. I can't really describe it. It's mellow. It could adapt to so many flavors. This is the one that I would use primarily for broccoli, cream of mushroom soup. I thicken it up. And then last, this is the soy. And it's a little bit thicker than the water. And I will taste it. Again, very, very tasty. However, I can still taste like soy milk in it, and if I'm making a soup, I may not want that soy flavor in it. So the one I like the most is the water, and that's usually what I use. And also, I have never done the coconut milk, but I like that, and I would use that in the near future. It's just a delicious cream base for any soup that you want to make. In upcoming episodes, I'm going to show you how to make a vichy soie out of this. I'm going to also demonstrate how you could turn it into broccoli soup or cream of mushroom soup. So come on again next week, and I'll see you then with a new recipe and show you how to use some of these bases.